you're in a place now where in training, there's so much, like you've done so many repetitions, you've worked so hard on it, you've done so much analysis that you know exactly what you're supposed to do. And when there's a calm, comfortable rhythm, you're able to execute what you know you're supposed to do really well. And so this isn't perfect, but it's your chest is facing forwards, your hips are facing forwards. It'd be nice to have a little bit more space to operate with in terms of the distance between the ball and your body, but you know exactly what you are supposed to do, and you're executing it pretty well. There's an overall theme, I would say, of when you watch elite players, there's a very clear sense of the body pulling the arm, meaning like the body clearly initiates and is like the leader in the chain. Right. And your chain is moving and getting to the appropriate position. But if you watch your hand and the Lacoste logo, your hand is, I would say, slightly passing up your chest in terms of its excitement to get to contact. And so your chest is getting there. It's like arriving in the ballpark of what we're looking for. But your torso, your shoulders, your chest, I would say, are not quite leading the swing. There's still an element of kind of arming the shot, even though your body is moving. Look at any other player I have here, and you see the racket staying behind the hand a lot longer.
Yep.
And also, check out the stripes on his shorts right here, and watch how they really kind of initiate and then actively turn the whole way forwards towards contact.
Yeah.
And so there's more, what I'm looking for here is more independence between your body and your arm. In practice, like for me, in this environment here, this is a totally like acceptable in terms of just pure mechanics and like technical proficiency. This is like a totally acceptable, it's a thumbs up repetition. Where you get into trouble is in point play, where there's no longer the known entity of height or depth or spin or all those sorts of things. And the mismatch of arm to body starts showing up when you get stressed a little bit, and then the arm really truly takes over.
Right.
And then the body just kind of gets left behind.
Right.
So this is you used to hit every forehand like this,
Right.
and now it's primarily the stressed ones.
Right.
And which is totally understandable. The more stress you're under, the more your kind of innate, natural habit is going to show up.
Right.
Somewhere in between this one and this one, we need to find a training mechanism so that we can. You can see little hints of the one on the right in the left, just a little bit. And so for me, I think it's important to emphasize to you, like, great job getting to this point, even in a predictable like environment. It's fantastic that you're hitting any forehands like this relative to where you came from. So that's fantastic. To me, the big project now is, I would say, twofold. A, continuing to refine this and continuing to strengthen it, because there's still little like hints of the old habit, which is totally normal. And then B, we need to continue to expand your ability here into more and more challenging situations and environments.
Right.
And we're going to work through just a couple of feel exercises.
No racket.
Racket to start.
Okay.
I'd like you to start off in a ready position, make your unit turn the way you normally would to prepare for your forehand.
Right.
Then I'm going to have you take your racket back, and I'm going to hold on to it. I'm just going to grab the tip of your frame.
Right.
And I'd love to see you practice turning your hips while I just kind of hold your racket in a stationary place. I'm not looking for you to like, jack, against it or go for any range of motion record or anything like that. I just want you to feel for a stretch. It's different for different people. It might be in your oblique, it might be in your shoulder. But go ahead and go to your unit turn. And now take your racket back. I'm going to hold your racket. And now, don't pull quite so hard. I want you to be able to do it a bunch of times. Unit turn, racket back, and now pull. Good, yeah, that's nice, that's nice. Unit turn, racket back, and body. Good. Okay, now, nice job. Now on the next 3, we're gonna do the exact same thing, but I just want you to focus all your attention on when your body pulls, I want you to release as much tension in your arm, your shoulder, your bicep, your forearm, your wrist, your hand, and just loosen that whole chain from your shoulder down as much as humanly possible. That's it. Unit turn, racket back. Good, nice, good job. Unit turn, racket back, relaxed arm. Yep. Okay, now the one on the left is before I asked you to relax your arm. And I want you to watch the kind of your overall, like what you look like, your body. You see how there's like a almost kind of like an abrupt, like right there. It's like you're hitting like the end of like your range of motion, and it's very.
Right.
I felt a very different feeling from my perspective on these before I asked you to relax. It felt like you were trying to like pull me into the net, and this one on the right is after I asked you to relax. I want you to watch the difference in how your body moves, and also the difference in your arm position.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like here I'm like flexing my arm.
Yes, yes.
And here I'm just relaxing my arm.
Yes.
It feels like I'm like doing a bicep curl.
Yes, yes. And that, to me, very much coincides with this. Bicep curl.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're like kind of fighting or like pulling against that.
Right.
It's your arm. Your arm is an active, power generating, kind of part of the swing. And when you first started doing this drill, let me checking out the. When you first started doing this drill, you had that same framework of like your arm was like, let me please do the work. I want to do the work. And you're like, yeah, the bicep curl thing, yeah, very, I think, apt. And then when I asked you at the end to relax, your arm went to a much more loose, extended kind of position.
Right.
One more. Good. Okay. Now we're going to do sets of 3. I'm going to do 2 where I hold on to it and just give you that little bit of stretch. And on the third one, I want you to try to emulate the same flow of body, hand stays behind, body pulls the hand, and I want you to try to do it on your own on the third one.
I got you.
So this one I'm going to grab it. Yep. This one I'm going to grab it. Body first, and now try to do it yourself. Body. Okay. Let's check it out. I'm curious. This is the kind of, it's hard for me. I'm glad we're recording it. Yeah, it's hard for me to see from my perspective. So here's the one we just did together. So here's the second one that I helped you with. And now here's the one you did on your own. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Not as much separation. The hands started coming forwards much sooner. You see the difference?
Yeah.
Here's the one where I held it.
Right.
And here's the one where I didn't hold it. Let's do 2 where I hold and then 2 where you're on your own. The 2 and 2. Mm-hmm. Feel the separation between your body and your arm. Now, on your own. Yeah, one more time. On your own. Good. Now, we're gonna go 2 assistants where I help, 2 on your own, and then 2 where I'm just gonna drop a ball. It's just gonna come up in your strike zone, and I want you to try to do the exact same movement with the ball there in your strike zone. Okay, so 2, 2, and 2. Yep, I help on these 2. Yep. Body first, arm relaxed. 2 on your own. Yep, body first, arm relaxed. Yep, same thing. Body first. Yep, doesn't matter where the ball goes. Arm relaxed. Yeah, John, let's look at that one. Look at that, John, look at that. Look at that. Man, alligator's crushing there.
It's just, he's on fire.
Yeah.
He's en fuego. The alligator is en fuego.
John,
Or I guess crocodile.
that's amazing. That's amazing. Really awesome execution. And look at how passive your arm looks here. You see that?
Yeah.
Yep. Relaxed arm. Yep. On your own. Yep. Same movement. Body first. Yes. John, this is incredible. It's amazing position. And look at your contact position here. You look dramatically more relaxed and athletic. These are 2 completely different. The one on the left is you checking the boxes in spite of your arm dominance. And this one is you checking the boxes because your body is moving the way it should be moving. Does that make sense? So you look at the comfort, level here compared to here. This is because your arm is doing the work. And this one is your arm is totally, your description of Djokovic was perfect. His arm's just kind of taking a ride. All right. We are gonna try the same kind of sequence. I'm gonna be on the other side of the net, so I'm not gonna be able to help you anymore. So you're kind of on your own a little bit. I'm gonna have you shadow twice, and then I'm gonna toss you 2 balls. Body first, arm passive. Sorry. Good job. Body first, arm passive. 2 shadows. Just remind yourself of the sequence and the looseness. 2 balls. Body first. Let's see how you're doing. Oh, that's good. And so now there's if you look at kind of the wrinkles here in your shirt.
Yeah.
Watch how those kind of build and twist before your hand starts coming forwards. And that's the whole thing we're after here, is this actually leading instead of everything being that one chunk,
Right.
the one unit swing. Look at the follow through now. It looks super loose and passive. Good. Nice job. I'm happy with this. All right, I just want to prime you a little bit here. I'm going to hold on. Let's do 6 or 8. Where I actually give you that stretch.
Sure. Whenever you're ready.
Yep, go for it. Yep. I'm just gonna let you pull against it for just a gentle pull and then release. Yep. I'm gonna start feeding with my racket, John. So the feeds will be a little bit different. Expect to have to fine tune your positioning a little bit. But I want all your mental energy to go towards that same focus. Feel for the stretch and then just release your arm. Go ahead, make 2 shadows, and then we'll do 4 hits. Stretch, relax. Stretch. Stretch, relax. Nice, John. Stretch, relax. Nice, John. Stretch. I wanna see those. Good, wow, that's great, John. Nice job. Sorry, crappy feed. Good, nice job. What I'm kind of watching for now, I think you have you have like a crease, see on your shirt here?
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of watching for that crease and how it turns relative to your wristband. And so I'm watching ideally for that crease to start turning forwards before your hand starts to pull. And that's what I'm seeing here. Yeah, that kind of like loose release is not a trait until now. Yeah, this was the swing. The racket head just really like let go and came around in a circular path.
Yeah.
This is really nice. Nice job, John.